Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing. I'm back at it once again with another boxing video. So, Jerome Boots Ennis. Looks like PBC lost a little bid or whatever, and Eddie Hearn is the highest bidder. And Eddie Hearn is now the promoter, the sole promoter, no co-promotion thing, of Jerome Boots Ennis from Philadelphia. I believe he's 31 and 0 with 28 KOs. So Boots Ennis is no longer going to be fighting on PBC. There ain't no PBC Showtime no more. Ain't no PBC Fox. Last we seen PBC was on Amazon Prime. Eddie Hearn, he has his fighters Matchroom USA fighting on the Zone. So that's where you're gonna see the man Boots Ennis. Am I mad at Boots Ennis for signing with Eddie Hearn? Not one bit. What's he supposed to do? This guy hasn't fought since last year, July, I believe. You know what I mean? When he fought Romain Villa. You check it in a great, excellent fight. Romain Villa or Romain Villa, however you pronounce his name, put up in a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? Them fellas showed, yo, he was trying to go all out. Wasn't trying to lay down. Boots Ennis finally got the stoppage. I thought it might go the distance with the way this guy was showing and proving that he wasn't a fluke when he beat the kid from Lynn, Massachusetts. What's his name again? What's that guy's name? And that guy really blew it, man. Blew his opportunity for a world title shot, possibly versus the man Boots Ennis. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Ah, he was on Golden Boy for years, and they wasn't doing nothing with him over there. He came over to PBC, and he blew his opportunity. I'm forgetting his name at the moment. Doesn't matter. Boots Ennis, though, his career has to move on. He hasn't fought since last year, July. Had two fights last year when he beat the Karen guy in Washington, D.C. I believe that was for the interim IBF strap, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe he defended the not vacant, but not mandatory. You know what I'm talking about, man. That IBF strap interim. Defended the interim champ versus Romain Villa. So he got elevated to full champion just weeks or probably even less than weeks after Bud Crawford snatched that IBF strap up off of what's his name, Errol Spence. So according to what I've seen and read, looks like they were negotiating basically on the side with the man Boots Ennis and his pops and his team, you know, in secretive form, right? So guys like Steven Espinoza couldn't be in the mix. Now, this is what I've read. I don't know if that's the truth about it. The truth of the matter is that we do know now Boots Ennis is now a DAZN fighter or Matchroom USA. Like I said, I can't blame him one bit. You know, PBC looked like they had an excellent, tremendous, great year in 2023. But 2024, they don't barely got a home. The Amazon Prime, it was a good card, that Fendura versus Kostya Tszyu son, Tim Tszyu. But at the end of the day, guys, what is Boots Ennis supposed to do? He got to defend his strap. He got to get in the ring. He got to fight. Look at the man like Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford hasn't fought since July 29th of 2023. He's only getting older. Inactivity is not a good look for nobody. Tank Davis has not fought since January of 2023. You know what I mean? Could you believe that? Since January of 2023. He probably won't get in the ring for another 18, 19 months after that fight. It's ridiculous, man. You know, I like boxing. I love boxing on any platform. I don't give a damn which platform it is. I'm going to watch it. But in my opinion, the PBC fighters, they have the most talent because they have the most fighters on any platform, right? As far as the stable is deep, more than 100 deep. You know what I mean? So if PBC barely got a home with Amazon Prime, you know what I'm saying? We're not getting no back-to-back weekends of boxing. You know, we're not even getting 2 fight cards from PBC in a month. We've gotten one PBC card this whole 2024. And here we are. What is it today? Like the 11th of April. In over 4 months, y'all, we only got one card. What's Boots Ennis supposed to do, man? Go get your fight money. Go be active so the fight public could see you fight. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? It's a damn shame that PBC is not handling their business, and fighters are walking. You taking their walking papers, and they going on to other platforms where they probably more than likely will get more viewership as far as being active and fighting and just having a career. It's bad enough they only fight twice a year. So what about some of these fighters who haven't fought, who are not gonna fight in 18 months? It's ridiculous. So I gotta give it up to PB Boots Ennis. And in my opinion, first order matter of orders he should handle his business is getting his hands on Conor Benn. How about that? Conor Benn has been acting, talking like he's a welterweight contender, right? Despite being any notable or great contending welterweights, you know what I mean? He beat the likes of a washed up Chris Algieri. So if that's the case, Boots Ennis, give this guy a voluntary shot. I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see Boots Ennis get his hands on Conor Benn. So the Conor Benn hype train with the steroid eggs supplements he uses could end. You know what I mean? That's what I'd love to see. Which welterweights does Eddie Hearn have over there on 100 at 147 pounds on the zone Matchroom boxing? I have no clue. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't know. I have no idea. I do know PBC had the best welterweights. Bud Crawford has been out the game hasn't fought since July 29th. And I'm worried about his inactivity. Tank Davis' inactivity too could play a part when he fights the man Frank Martin. When is that fight? I have no clue, y'all. Maybe I could look it up right now while I'm doing this video. Hold tight, y'all. Let me check it out. Let me look it up. Gervonta Davis next fight. Gervonta Davis next fight. He's supposed to be fighting Frank Martin. Let's see, July 29th. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, excuse me, June 22nd. June 22nd of 2024. He'll be fighting Frank Martin in Houston, Texas. So look, the man will be out the ring definitely 18 months. No question, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm hoping to see these fighters get more active. What happened to guys like Danny Jacobs? Guys like Caleb. Well, Danny Jacobs is a matchroom fighter who also has been super inactive. What's up with fellas like Jamal Charlo? Jamal Charlo came back to boxing after more than a 24-month hiatus, and he still managed to keep his strap. He came back to fight a welterweight. And him fighting that welterweight didn't prove nothing, because here we are in 2024. He's still inactive. What happened to Jamel Charlo? He's getting his belt stripped one by one because he's a waste man. He has done absolutely nothing in the boxing game after laying down and running from Cannoli. That's what happens when you give a bum-ass dude all the respect in the world. He won't have no respect for you, and he'll just walk through you. What's up with Caleb Plant? David Benavidez? It's a plethora of fighters on the PBC. We'll be lucky to see them even fight for 2024. B Marsh Boxing, please hit the thumbs up, leave your thoughts and comments. YouTube be messing with my views. I be having 15 people at times in my live. When I shut down the video, I see I only got two views. So YouTube is really trying, they're trying to pigeonhole us smaller YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I was never in this joint for the notoriety or fame or anything like that with this YouTube boxing. I just love talking boxing with y'all. And I told y'all before, you might have not seen a lot of videos from B Marsh Boxing in 2024 And that's because boxing been whack, man. Boxing been whack. If I gotta rely just on watching Golden Boy cards and Matchroom DAZN cards, whether it's Matchroom USA or watching them fellas fight in England, boy, that's how you might lose me. You're gonna lose me. But that's not to say I won't be watching boxing or paying attention to the current stuff. I could go back and watch a plethora of old school fights that give me more joy than what these new dudes be doing today. But let's hope that PBC, Amazon Prime could step their game up. It's looking real bad for them right now. You know what I mean? Looking real bad. And look, the PBC Amazon Prime is in the business of only showcasing and airing only pay-per-view fights, I'm out too. I can't watch boxing like that, dogs. I need to have some regular Saturday nights with some good fights that don't have to be pay-per-view. We already paying for everything else. Why I gotta pay for pay-per-view fights and some of these are not pay-per-view worthy fights? Be more, and that's exactly what to me might have been the downfall of PVC in 2023. Putting on fights like Andy Ruiz versus King Kong Ortiz on pay per view. Very good fight on paper. But nobody's buying that. What's up with them two fighters, Andy Ruiz and King Kong Ortiz? They haven't fought since, and that was like the beginning of 2023. Look at Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. They had the nerve to make that a pay per view. Ridiculous. How about Jamel Charlo versus that banana guy, that Dominican dude who got hit in the body? Dude started convulsing and shit, acting like the exorcism, and he got hit with a jab to the gut, acting like the exorcism, like the exorcist had entered his body and is making him do all kinds of wild stuff. These guys have not been active, dogs. And like I said, man, look at Danny Garcia. How long they was talking about Danny Garcia since last summer of 2023? Danny Garcia fighting Landy Lara at 100 for Lara's middleweight strap at a catch weight over like 155. Ridiculous. Danny Garcia has been super active. At least I've seen Landy Lara as an old head fight on that undercard of Kostya Tszyu versus Sebastian Fendora. It's looking real bad for the PBC, and it's affecting the whole of boxing, period. D-Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Who we got in the chat? Yo, what's up, Smoke God 500? How you doing, Smoke God 500? Please hit the thumbs up. Smoke God 500 and the rest of y'all who in this chat or in this live stream watching. It's not looking good for boxing this year, dogs. And if most of the fights that are going to be aired are pay-per-view, they're going to lose a lot of eyeballs and customers. You know what I mean? Be Marsh Boxing. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Gone.